Hi guys, my name is Stevie Dane and this is my coming out story. Where to start? Well, growing up in 3rd grade I was bullied because I knew I was different. I didn't know what that meant though. I was called all kinds of names, and at the time I really just didn't know how to handle it. I was in 3rd grade, so it really was a lot of emotions involved, and I didn't know how to say anything. I couldn't say anything to my parents because then there was just a lot going on, and kids are cruel, especially now. So I grew up 3rd grade to 6th grade being called all different kinds of names, very mean names. And then finally in 7th grade I understood. I finally came out. I really did know that I did like women, but I liked men as well, which is why I was confused. And at the time I did like boys and I did like girls because, let's face it, in 7th grade you're not a man or a woman yet. You're a young man, lady, but nowhere near grown, or as grown as we thought we were. And so 7th grade I finally came out, and I came out to my best friend, who is also, I think she's bisexual. I don't know, we don't talk anymore that much, but yeah, we actually came out together. And so, long story, I'm trying to shorten it. I had posted my sexual orientation on MySpace, which is a social media that is no longer around, but was at the time. And my mom's guy, that's what I'm going to call him in this whole video, my mom's guy, found it, and he always had something against me. Apparently that's what I thought. He always had something against me. But let's face it, I was 12 and I was doing things that I really shouldn't have been doing at the time. I look at my little cousin now and think how grown that I thought I was then. Yeah, nothing like that. So I was doing outlandish stuff, so it kind of made it easy for him to find things to get me in trouble for. I was always grounded, but that's besides the point. He found the MySpace page that I wasn't supposed to have. And so when I came home from school, my mom approached me. She approached me very calmly at first until I started lying to her, which don't do. If you're already caught, don't lie. She had asked me, at first she asked me, did I have a MySpace page? And then I said, no, going through all the hoops, jumping through them, tiptoeing around the bushes on eggshells. And she showed it to me, and my heart just dropped. So I was like, oh crap, I just put this out on MySpace. Does she know I'm gay? And so I didn't even get to out myself to her. He did. She said, I only found out about your MySpace page because my guy asked me if I knew you were bisexual. And I really just couldn't say anything. I just stood there, and she said, and you've lied to me, because she has asked me way before if I did, and I didn't say anything. I always said no, or da-da-da-da. But I was always that clingy girl. I'm not anymore, which is weird. But I always lingered. I wasn't clingy, but I lingered when it came to hugs and things like that, but especially with women. So she had asked me before, and with me lying, yeah, it just turned into a whole fiasco. But I was kind of just in shock. And so I got grounded for the MySpace page, not because I was gay, but for a year straight, once a month, for a year, I got a 3-hour lecture on how she didn't think it was spiritually right, and am I really sure, and the whole lecture, I didn't feel accepted really by her. Woo! I almost started crying. We're good now. But yeah, I didn't really feel accepted by her, and then when it was told to her side of the family, I kind of started feeling like the black sheep, so I started distancing myself and putting myself in a bubble, which you shouldn't do, because they didn't know what they were doing, because I didn't say anything. I didn't say how that made me feel. I didn't do anything. I just kind of secluded myself. But they weren't saying mean things or doing things to separate me. I just separated myself. And so a couple years go by. I can't even say a couple years, maybe a year and a half go by, and it's Christmas. And my cousin on my dad's side comes to me, he goes, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what's up? He said, I'm gay. And I was, I just stopped and I was like, me too. Like, it was the first person in my family that I was like, I can actually talk to. And so he was like, oh my gosh, it must just run in a family because your dad, and my mind went and came back and I was like, my dad what? It's like, your dad's gay. And I was like, my dad's not, what are we talking about? And he's like, no, your dad's gay, his partner. And so this is how you know I wasn't grown enough because just right, dumbass right here. For 6 years, I thought that his partner, who is my stepdad now, they're happily married, was his roommate. He just kept talking to me and telling me that was his roommate and things, and I was like, okay, the innocence of a child. But he was always at Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, dinners, completely thrown. So when I found that out, I was like, wait, hold on. I haven't told my dad yet. And so I had the most anxiety telling my dad that I was bisexual. So I'm like, oh my God, how do I tell him? What do I tell him? So I let a whole nother year go by, a whole year. Actually, no, it wasn't until 10th grade. I was visiting him. He lives in another city. So I'm visiting him and we go on our little walk and our little strolls around downtown. And he is so like, just being my father, and we are having a great time. It's me, him, and my stepdad. When we finally get back to the house, keep in mind this is hours later, we finally get back to the house, and I think it's my last day there. I texted him. I did not go and talk to him. I texted him, and I said, hey Dad, I should tell you that I am bisexual, and I don't want to talk about it. I just want you to know that, and maybe we can talk about it later. He said, okay, that's cool. And I was like, I really just came out to my dad. I never had the chance to actually come out on my own to somebody but him and like my friends. So that was, and honestly, in my opinion, I didn't really come out to my friends either. They all just kind of knew because I was bullied about it, but that's neither here nor there. So I just felt really great. It was weird though, because with my mom giving me those lectures, it finally clicked in my head why she felt that way. It took me 3-4 years to realize that it was nothing against me. It was, yeah, her spiritual beliefs, but also my dad, like, that just threw her back. I had to forgive her for, in my head, giving me hell, but she didn't. She was just being her. And so now we're really good. She's really great with my fiance, and yeah, I am getting married soon, and I'm excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want any more story times with me, I have a crap ton of stories that I could actually tell. So yeah, if you want any more stories, oh my God, what was this? Ew, what is this? Okay, if you want any more stories, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Boop, boop. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Bye. Hate to do this, but I meant to put in the video, it wasn't the worst story. I definitely didn't have the worst experience, but it was an experience.